What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I do my 10,000 steps. And I'm out here walking in ice and snow. You know, we got quite a bit of snow yesterday and the day before. I'm sure you guys seen in the videos I posted from those days. It was the snow in the air, and it was so cold, it was not given an opportunity to melt. So we had, what they say, like 100 vehicle crashes the other day because there was ice in the streets, ice is on the freeway. You know, they said black ice, but it really wasn't black ice. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. It really wasn't black ice. It was plain to see ice. Black ice is when it's hard to see or it's under the snow. No, that's not what this was. This was ice that was clearly visible, and people out here driving reckless, regardless of the fact that they got ice all on the road, all right? They driving reckless with ice on the road. They out here with ball tires on top of, you know, being on the ice. What's this behind me? Okay, I'm like, there's some girls behind me. They kind of noisy. I was going to pick up the pace so that they wasn't all in the background, but it looked like they about to get their loud selves in their cars or whatever. You know, they ain't harming nobody. They just a little bit loud. But I ain't got no problem with them. Shout out to being young, because they seem like a couple youngins. As I was saying, though, you know, people out here, they riding reckless. And as I'm walking, I'm seeing ice, some salt, but it's very possible for me to slip out here. So I'm gonna tell y'all this. If I slip, I'm not gonna edit it out. I'm gonna let y'all have that. I'm gonna be candid during these walks as much as possible. But let's get into the topic at hand. And it's Zion Williamson, man. There's a little clip of him going around, and you know, it became viral. He got some back tattoo. I mean, the back tattoo, I just was like, oh, okay, it's not something I would do. It just, yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. It's not something I would have selected, but he liked it, obviously. He got it. And, you know, it really wasn't the tattoo that was the reason for the video going viral. It was how Zion looked shirtless. You know, Zion had the dad bod going on. And, you know, Zion's weight has been an issue since he came into the league. You know, Zion, I like Zion a lot. I had very high hopes for him. You know, I followed him when he was in high school. He really looked like a generational talent. Like, he looked like he could go to some team, have an immediate impact, and in a few years possibly lead them to the finals. Maybe not win, but he really did look like somebody who could lead a team to the finals. Quite frankly, if he get himself together, get healthy, get his body right, he still can. But it's not looking like he gonna do that, man. Zion just seems so unserious about basketball. This is a guy that got the bag before he ever really had to earn it. He got some huge contract with Jordan Brand right out the gate. He had different shoemakers, you know, competing for him. They were in a bidding war. Oh, there goes some ice here. Let me walk carefully. The different shoe brands were in a bidding war over him, and he ended up signing with Jordan Brand because I guess they offered him the biggest bag. And, you know, I mean, it ultimately seemed like they've been stuck with a dude that really isn't producing. You know, and the Pelicans, man, you know, even though early on he was showing signs of possibly being a bust. Now, I mean, I still think he's not a bust because talent-wise, he's not. That's why it's kind of hard to label him a bust. Talent-wise, he's nowhere near a bust. The only reason he would even be in a bust conversation is because he just does not have the discipline or seemingly desire to be what his potential is. But the Pelicans, even though early on it was looking kind of weird for him, they believed in him. They gave him this extension because he was good for business, having on the roster. but he been out more than not. Last time I checked the stats for how much he's played versus how much he hadn't played, I think it was like for every one game he missed 2. It might have been more like 2.5. Every one game he had missed 2. I don't know, but it was not looking good. The ratio was the wrong way, and that's just really unfortunate, man, because that young man has so much potential. I really love to see young men reach their potential. And just like I love to see young men reach their potential, I'm very disappointed when they have all the potential in the world and they're just unwilling to live up to it. You know, as I said, he got the bag before he ever even had to put in any work. He had that huge Jumpman contract. You know, his rookie contract, I think he got one of the better ones because he was the number 1 pick. And then he signed the extension. He signed a very lucrative extension because they wanted to lock him up in, New Orleans for the foreseeable future. He just making money hand over fist without producing. And I could see how alluring that is. You know, people try to say, oh, it's where he's at. He's in New Orleans. He hasn't met a plate of food he didn't like. Okay, sure. You could say that that's part of it, but it's not entirely so, because regardless of where in the world that you are at, you have to be disciplined and dedicated to your craft. And he has not been. You know, another weird situation, a little different, but Ben Simmons, look, I'm not no doctor. I can't diagnose that man. I don't know if that man's really been injured or not, but he and Zion have seemingly been stealing money from the league. Seemingly. I can't prove anything in the case of Ben Simmons. But I find it interesting that Ben Simmons keep having these back problems. He has an injury conveniently in a place that they can't call him out on. You know, he has an injury in a place where they can't make him show proof of it. How convenient. The one place, right? Your back. They can't really tell that man if he got back issues or not. If he say he got back issues, they really don't have no choice but to kind of take him at his word for it. And this back thing, it just really seemed like he been just playing it up a little tough. Maybe he once upon a time did have a back issue, but man, season after season after season after season after season, it's not really seeming like there's some back issue, man. It's just really seeming like dude don't want to hoop. He comes to courtside looking like a fashion model, right, with the Louis Vuitton stuff. He be sweet as hell. No question of that. He be sweet as hell with ice and whatnot. Dude be just looking cold. So he getting paid very well, and dude just not that interested in playing basketball. I think he hooping right now. He not really doing anything. Well, considering it's Ben Simmons, we really don't know, honestly. I seen him hooping a little bit ago. Maybe it was like a week, 2 weeks ago, something like that. With him, that don't mean that he's still hooping today. I mean, that dude will hoop, be seemingly fine. Never at any point during the game be wincing, in pain, nothing like that. And then now he out for the rest of the season because, his back. He's having this issue or that issue with his back. So, I don't know. It just really seemed like dude is just stealing money. And, he made enough money to where he don't have to work again. He definitely has made enough money where he don't have to do this no more. And he may not, because I don't think anybody going to be fool enough to give him a bag like this one he got. He got a huge bag when he was still in Philly. He burned them. They traded him. And he just seemingly feels no kind of way about, squeezing these teams for them NBA paychecks while he sit courtside. Dude seemingly feels he don't even care. And, with Ben Simmons, and I know I was supposed to be talking about Zion. I probably should have made a separate video about Ben Simmons. But Ben Simmons, man, if you look at his past, because I didn't know these things about him, he is known for stiffing people that he made agreements with. His Australian national team, he was supposed to be playing with them. He stiffed them. Like in college, he stiffed them. He's kind of built up a reputation for being this type of dude. And that was swept under the rug. And now we at the level where they paying hundreds of millions of dollars and it's reared its ugly head. Now everybody want to go back and look. And these sorts of things should have kind of been vetted. I mean, dude went #1. Y'all scouts didn't do any vetting of any sort about just the guy's character and whatnot. You do for everybody else, it seemed like, but someone that was so egregious when it came to these sorts of things, just nada. So back to Zion, man. In Zion's case, Zion is just, dude just refuses to get in shape. He's got a body that is like made for sports. He's got crazy athleticism and he's just wasting it away, refusing to get in shape, refusing to just be what he needs to be for his team. He'll talk about my teammates and all that sort of stuff, but it's like, man, they be going in a battle without you 75% of the time, man. You're not really that concerned about them. And then he be involved in the drama and stuff. He had the one prawn star that, he had the little drama with and stuff. And I use these two guys as an example because the NBA viewership has plummeted. And when you have guys like this that are so visible, that are making hundreds of millions of dollars, and they appear to be so ungrateful for the opportunity when you got these other people out here busting their butt to make ends meet, busting their butt to buy tickets to the games. That doesn't make them want to support the product. When the players that they're supposed to be paying to see don't play, and they are, from appearances anyway, very ungrateful for the opportunity, just not appreciative for it at all. That doesn't make people want to spend money. You guys know I went to the Pistons game the other day. Embiid didn't play. I like Embiid. I enjoy watching him play. The last few times that I went to Pistons games, I've went to see other teams, but the last few times that the Sixers have come to town, I've went to watch Embiid play because I like Embiid. So I'm there the other day and Embiid don't even play. Now I don't know if Embiid is on the injured list or not. I don't know what's going on with him, man. I just kind of stopped keeping up with him really after he was talking about not playing back-to-back games. But I can't believe that this is where we at, man. I grew up watching NBA basketball in the 80s and 90s where the dudes, they played through injuries and stuff. Now, if you hurt, you hurt. But these guys, they seemingly just don't care. The slightest ouchie, the slightest boo-boo, and they ready to sit out for the next 3-4 weeks. So, with that said, I guess I'll leave it there. Adam Silver, the commissioner, he got to figure something out, man. He's got an image problem with the NBA. Now, he does a pretty good job for the most part of protecting the image of the brand. Hey, how are you, brother? He does a pretty good job with protecting the image of the brand, but I don't know what he's going to do to figure this out because it now has an image problem. People aren't interested in supporting a product where the main attraction are these really kind of spoiled, entitled, and pampered grown-ass men that really don't want to do their job. And they've got a great job. I'm not saying that it's not a hard job, but they've got one of the best jobs out there. I mean, anything where you can get paid hundreds of millions of dollars doing what you love, that's a great job. So they've got one of the best jobs out there, and they seemingly don't even want to do it. That doesn't make people want to support the product. And it really sums up why the NFL is doing so great right now. The NFL players are totally different. They don't behave this way. So I'm going to leave it there, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this one. I'm on Woodward. That's why it's all noisy. I'll holler at y'all soon. Peace.